Inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated.
On one, right?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff here to Mixon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The question for Mixon was after an injury. Would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
11 Palmer. 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow, man open. That's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. Chubb on the counter. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw, Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
The Browns sitting at 5-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, win it. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Watson on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd down and 8.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Again, it's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
From From the gun, a give to Mixon. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2. 11 empty.
They send a receiver in motion to the right.
12.
From the 39, Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Burrow on 3rd down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. This one caught by Isabella. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and he moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Set.
2nd and 9. Watson off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
1-1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Watson on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb from 10 yards out. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust him.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On one, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween, and trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MT, take 11 MT, 11 MT, 11 MT.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Mixing up the middle. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
12, 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score. Bengals 20, Browns 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's get set.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On third down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Gun.
6 yards left on second down.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Down right around the 25. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
180.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This will be from 49 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
That cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run it again with Chubb. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there to defend. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Chubb again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll give it to Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Throwing now, Watson. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Throwing, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.